Hello, hi, and welcome to Empathic Fire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Leo in July 2020. What is going on, Leo? How are you guys doing? I hope you're doing well. Okay, Leo, off the bat, happy birthday for you Leos born in late July. I hope you guys have an amazing birthday. Also, of course, happy birthday to the Leos who will be celebrating later in August as well. No matter when you're born, no matter where you're born, no matter what you're doing, I hope you have an amazing time. Surrounded by people who know and love you and those that you know and love back. I hope it's a fantastic day, okay? Excuse me. Leo, July. More than half of 2020 is in the rear view. So no matter where you are, no matter what you're doing, I hope you're happy. I hope you're safe. I hope you're healthy. Still very much a pandemic out there. Still so much about the coronavirus that is unknown. Still, working on a vaccine and all that kind of stuff. And I don't aim to challenge anybody on what you believe, but what I am believing is that it's more serious. Or rather, it's more contagious than people might take for granted or that people might understand. So whatever you're doing, please take all the precautions that you have to. If you're going to go out and celebrate your birthday, if you're going to go out and celebrate the good weather, today is July 4th in America, well, across the world, but here in America, that's Independence Day. So whatever you're doing, just, be mindful, be cautious, take care of yourself and other people, okay? All right, Leo, let's get into it. General announcement. I will be going live on the channel on the 11th. That is for Cancer season. So that's for their birthday messages or their birthday live. So if you want to be in on that, you can feel free to drop by next week and hang out with me. If not, that's totally cool. But I just want to announce it in all the videos so everybody is aware. Okay. Now, here we go with the regular spiel. Leo, shuffle it off camera. That's your main spread there. I'm going to shuffle on camera now for your outcome and your overall energy. Once all the cards are out and they're lying face up on the table, that's when the reading begins. Timestamp is in the description box if you want to jump ahead. Also down there is all the information you need if you want to get a personal reading with me. If you happen to have a question before you place an order, just email me at the same address and I will answer you as soon as I can. And you will also find the link to my Instagram down there. I pull oracle cards and interpret them intuitively over there. Also did a pick a card a couple of days ago, so that was pretty fun. So eventually I'll be doing that stuff, hopefully a little bit more regularly. Your girl keeps a full-time job. Your girl likes to rest and relax and, eat a meal every once in a while. And she does do personals as well. So it's a little bit tight in the schedule, but we're going to make it work, okay? All right, let's get into it. Please show me Leo's outcome for July 2020. Leo's outcome in July 2020, please show me. Did not take this long to get your spread, so this is interesting. Outcome is a little unknown, shifty, hard to pin down, something like that. Show me or stop me for Leo's outcome. Please show me or stop me. Okay. Well, that's a twofer. So look at you, Leo. First one to get something different. So we gotta move all this stuff down because you got yourself a double outcome. Alright, how's that look? Pretty tight, but we're going to work with it. Oh, that means all this got to shift too. There we go. Alright. Let's flip what came face down so we know the full picture. Come on. There we go. Of course. Of course. It's like there's going to be a complication. It's probably going to be there. But maybe it's not a complication. We'll see. All right, please show me where Leo is in July 2020. Please show me Leo in July 2020. Please show me. Which one? Please show me. Okay. All right. Here we go. Leo, coming into July, you come in with the energy of the Six of Wands. That's fun. Maybe. This is like giving me like parade. Oh my god, I can't even talk. Mercury is in retrograde. Parade vibes. It's giving me parade vibes. So, today is the 4th. I'm recording it on the 4th, so there might be a 4th of July parade that some people are attending. But more to the point, this is like celebration. This is victory. This is feeling a job well done. Can be a little egotistical or prideful, so that might apply in some of your cases. But I feel as though, Leo, you're patting yourself on the back, or people are patting you on the back, and there's some corner that's been turned in a situation, or some corner that's been turned in your development. And you should be proud, or you should feel accomplished in some type of way. I feel you might have a few haters or detractors out there. You might have people who are criticizing you, but due to the praise and the cheering and the congratulations, those haters are basically drowned out. So good. Feels good. Or at least you feel good in this vibe, in this energy. It's interesting. It's like coming across in so many ways. For many, it's like personal development. Like you've accomplished something. Maybe some of you have graduated, or you've completed a certification program or something like that. You've earned something. You're being rewarded in some type of way. And maybe I feel like, Leo, many of you are like being your own cheerleaders. Like maybe you have nothing but haters around you, but you're not letting them get you down, and you're throwing your own parade. Does that make sense? I feel like whatever you're putting behind you, whatever you're turning a corner on, whatever you're triumphing over or finding success or victory with, you should be proud. You really should. And I don't know why I have to keep like underlining that or keep referring to, you should be proud. You should be proud. Because maybe I'm getting the sense that some people are trying to say you shouldn't be proud, or some people are trying to say you don't deserve whatever you're coming into, or whatever is putting a smile on your face. People are trying to turn your smile into a frown, and you're just like, I'm not with that. Or it's like, really, wherever this detraction is coming from, it's like over there. Like whoever's detracting from your success or your glory or your victory or whatever this is, they're over there with that bullshit. And that's where they should be. You're okay, thank you. It's like you're being protected in some type of way. Some of you might not even know that you've got people wishing you well, or wishing you ill will, I should say. Some of you are decidedly protected from that noise. That's interesting. I like that. That's a good place to start. So what else is going on for Leo? Please show me. Okay. So there's like this motion. Because look at all the people in the crowd. All the people in this little parade of skeletons. Okay. Or okay. They're moving to the right. Any energy, people, places, environments, situations and circumstances that aren't on your vibe are being left behind. That's a big move for such a quote-unquote small card. But that's kind of what's going on here. You're turning away from any flack, any BS, any detraction. And that is a huge it's a huge shakeup. Because normally Leo is a giving sign, just as a general, a generalization. Leo tends to be giving. Leo tends to be loyal and loving and all that good stuff, right? But because you're not extending that side of yourself as much, if at all, it's shaken things up for another person, or it's shaken things up in the situation, period. And it has... the impact is really not on you. It's on another person or some other side to the scenario. And actually, whatever it's impacting, you are, like I said, moving away from it. A parade, like I said, that artwork was kind of hitting me at. A parade has a route, has a route, right? it must progress. That's why it's a parade. If it was standing still, it wouldn't be that. So you have to move this way. You have to keep going. There's no stopping. There's no turning around. There's no looking back over your shoulder. And that's creating a disruption, or that's making people uncomfortable. It's making people upset. You've got someone around you or a group of people around you who, really? Really? You hear that? I know you hear that. Wow. So I do this in the daytime because this has been going on in the nighttime, these fireworks, and it's 2 p.m. The sun be up, and that's what's going on. Okay. Sorry about that. Anyway, so this move you're making, oh, for God's sakes, I'll pause and then I'll come back when that's over. 1 second. All right, Leo, I apologize about that. Yeah, so where were we? So you're moving on. Your progression is one where you're feeling confident, you're feeling victorious, you're feeling, proud of whatever progress you've made and whatever path you're walking, whatever route your life is taking. Yeah. And I think that is disconcerting to other people because they're used to having access to you. And that's the other thing about a parade for the most part. You're not meant to interact with the performers or the floats or, whatever's passing by. You're meant, if you're there to attend, you're meant to just watch. Maybe, there'll be things thrown at you like gifts or t-shirts and stuff like that. And maybe you could, yell some things to people, whatever. There's like some interaction, but ultimately it's not a procession that you engage with. You just watch it go. Like that's part of the agreement. When you attend a parade, you're meant to watch and enjoy the entertainment or enjoy the floats and the displays, right? So kind of that's what's going on here. It's like, Leo, you're like, watch my shine, watch my glory, watch my come up and enjoy. Can I be a part of it? No, you can't. Can I hate on it? Nah. Can I yell derogatory things? You can, but I'm not going to acknowledge you. There's something about moving on and moving past this scenario, moving past this energy, and other people are just like, Leo, where do you think you're going? And Leo's like, huh? I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Yeah? So, what else happens, please? So you move away from manipulation. You move away from, thank you. You move away from careful manipulation. 4 of Pentacles. This could have been self-sabotage. This could have been you manipulating yourself or you manipulating a situation. It could have been you trying your best to control or take control in a situation. But for the most part, whether it's you or someone else, it's just like not cool. Okay? 4 of Pentacles is traditionally a card of withholding. It's a card of restriction and stinginess, miserliness. Is miserliness? I don't know if that's a word. Anyway, but in this particular deck, look what we have here. We've got this bride playing with little figurines in a miniaturized town. It's like an adult playing a child's game. An adult, because again, we assume brides are usually adults, playing a child's game, playing with toys, playing with miniature figures, right? So it's either you or someone else. Take your pick. You know your story better than I do. But there's this immature manipulation going on. And you're not involved in that. Or you don't want to be involved in that anymore. You're turning your back to that. You're walking away from that. Your parade is getting the hell away from that type of interaction, that type of energy. And that is disappointing to somebody. Because especially if it's an external person, and especially if it's people that you've dealt with, you were under their control. You were one of these little dolls, these little figures down in the town square that were being put and posed in whatever situation, whatever stance this person desired. So what do I mean? Basically someone was manipulating you or manipulating the situation to their benefit, to make themselves happy. And you're like, at some point, I don't know when and where or in what context, but you're wise to that, Leo, and you're over it. And this Six of Wands is so strong, and I think it's so strong is because it's so smooth. The transition, the change is so smooth and unexpected. It's like literally manipulating one of those little dolls, those little figures, to stand in a certain way, and then you come back the next day and that doll has moved itself, seemingly, because nobody else is touching this little village, right? Whoever this person is or whatever situation this was, nobody else was allowed to interact with the figures or the little figurines like this person or the people that you were dealing with. And when you, like a scene out of Toy Story, take yourself out of the box, move yourself from the toy box to the windowsill, little Timmy, or what is his name in the movie, Andy, is like, what? You know, if Andy walked in and saw it, it's like, huh? How'd you get over here? I didn't put you here. I didn't allow you to leave the toy box. Leo's like, what toy box? What are you talking about? Like, it's so far removed. Whatever this is, you're like removing yourself from it. It's very interesting. So an adult playing a child's game is really, really impactful for a few of you. An adult playing a child's game. You know? And you don't want to be a part of that. And you could have been doing that to yourself. You could have been self-sabotaging yourself. You could have been lying to yourself about something. You could have been the one who's been trying to manipulate a situation, and you realize that wasn't necessarily the right thing to do, and you walk away from that. You could have been working alongside someone. Maybe they were doing things not above board. Maybe they were trying to manipulate the situation and they entangled you in that, and you maybe participated for a while, Leo, but now you're kind of like, I can't continue this way. I'm out. And your departure, literal, in some of your cases, a literal departure, is shocking to people. It's shocking. Now, someone is still playing this game. Someone is still trying to figure out an angle to get you back, to keep you under their control, to keep you in their game. Page of Swords. Air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You could be dealing with an air sign, but you don't have to be. So this person is devising a plan. Or maybe not a plan, but they're studying what's happened. Leo has left my little playpen area. They've left the toy box. What do I do? How do I get them back into the toy box? Okay. If not trying to maintain that 4 of Pentacles energy that existed before, they still keep tabs on you. Even if they, quote unquote, let you go. I let you go, whatever. They're still keeping an eye on you. Page of Swords is a spy energy, is an energy of analysis, is an energy of somebody keeping tabs on another situation or another person, right? It can, again, it is a page. I'm not sensing a child, although, for the sake of it, maybe we are dealing with something that has to do with children. But pages are young energy. They're immature. They're still wet behind the ears. Not to say they're immature like ninny ninny boo boo, teasing. No, immature is in they're inexperienced. So this person, Leo, possibly met their match when they met you. And this can, go in all kinds of areas. This could be friends, family, lovers, career, whatever. This person met their match when they met you. They may have been able to do this 4 of Pentacle things with other people, but they met you and they tried to pose you and set you up the way they wanted in their little set, their little toy town here. And you weren't playing the game like the rest of the little miniature figurines. You're not susceptible, or at least you've proven to not be as susceptible to what they've wanted to do. And you've moved on with victory, with glory. And they're like, but wait a minute. This always works out for me. What did I do wrong? What is not working here? Some of them, again, are trying to figure out a way to get you back in the toy box. And you're kind of like, I'm not a toy. I'm not a plaything. I'm not someone you can manipulate. And it disturbs them. It also, come on with the firecrackers, Jesus. It also reveals who they are. I already told you, an adult playing a child's game, coming up also as the Page of Swords. This person is not super mature. I don't care how old they are. I don't care what walk of life they're from. I don't care how much money they make a year. I don't care anything about any of that. How they behave, how they're responding to your action of moving away, getting over the situation, not being affected by them, it's immature. Continuously immature. Maybe it wasn't always that way. Maybe, when you guys first started to hang out or the first time you guys started to work together, you didn't see this about them. But as time progressed, they showed themselves to be this way. And for whatever reason, they're not happy with the way you're changing. So that circles back. This is like a miniature circle here to this Tower moment. So because they're not able to continue to manipulate you, because they're trying to analyze the situation and devise a way back, this is a disturbance. And it's not this Tower moment doesn't feel huge and impactful. And in general, in tarot, Tower moments don't have to be huge, impactful, earth-shattering moments. They don't have to be. They can be, but they don't have to be. Tower, this is secondary major for Aries, also sometimes associated with Scorpio. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Scorpio, or not at all. It is a general. But look at the confusion and the haphazardness of this card. Again, I've been using this deck for years. I always end the video and I never remember to go and Google the artist that this card is imitating. There's a specific artist, or at least a specific painting or illustration that this thing is mimicking, where if you turn it this way, you see all kinds of pathways and doorways and stuff. If you turn it this way, then you see a whole different way of seeing those pathways and doorways and staircases and all that stuff, right? And no matter which way you're looking at it, you will be seeing or feeling a little discombobulated. At some point, even though this is in the reverse, just to show you, you're also seeing things in the upright. And then when we turn it into the upright position, you're still seeing things that are in reverse. So what do I mean? Or what's the point of me drawing attention to this? This person or this situation is confusing AF, okay? And it's disruptive energy. It's because it's so confusing, because it's so muddled and haphazard, it's not sensible. It's not anything that you or they can actually do anything with practically. And so as it's represented as the Tower in the deck, it's ultimately meant to shake things up. Now, for you, Leo, and for the other side, whether it's a single person or a group of people or whatever it is, your mother, your father, your uncle, your brother, your lover, whoever this is, they also are experiencing the Tower, but I think you're both having different outcomes, right? I don't even know what their outcome is. I'm not really privy to it. But what I feel for you, Leo, is you recognize this. Oh, this is a shit show. I don't want to be involved in a shit show. Or, oh, I got wrapped up into a shit show. I would like to leave the shit show now. It's like this very calm realization that my route, my path has to lead away from this. I can't be involved in madness. I can't be involved in mess. This is a mess. This is a hot mess. And Leo's just like, nah, I'd rather not. And this isn't for many of you, this isn't a relationship that's super new to you. This isn't someone you've known for the past couple of months or weeks of your life. This isn't, in some of your cases, maybe it literally is, but I think for most of the Leos that are resonating with this is someone you've known for a while now, years of your life, months and years of your life. And I get this sense of Leo, you know what you want in regards to certain aspects of your life. You know what you want in terms of your business life or your career life. You know what you want in terms of your family life. You know what you want for your personal development. You know what you want for your love life. You know what you want for XYZ, whatever. And any detraction from that, no matter how long Leo spends in it, once Leo is aware, oh, this isn't working with my plans, the immediate move is to leave it alone. And that is shocking to this person or the other people because they've become accustomed to Leo being accustomed to. Okay? They're used to Leo being okay with everything. And Leo's like, I'm not okay with this anymore. And not even in a bratty or rude or, vicious type of way. It's very like, okay, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Yeah, I'm just going to go now. And that's like out of this world. How calm I am in expressing this. And if you've been with me for a while, I can become all kinds of animated and all kinds of, high-pitched voices and all that kind of stuff and excited. Nah, you're not even like, leaving with a fanfare. You're being real cool about it, really smooth about it. No fuss, no muss, no drama. And that is a tower moment to somebody. That happens. A lot of people want reactions out of people. A lot of people want people to kick up dust so that they can be excited in some type of way or feel, involved in something. When you don't kick up dust and you don't feed into somebody wanting that energy, wanting that type of exchange, you blow their mind. You screw up their entire vibe. And I think that's kind of what you've done here. Yeah. And it's time. This was timed. This was correct. Yes, twice I see. Thank you. So this was timed. This was divine timing. And I rarely use that phrase, especially with, just a minor arcana like this, the Six of Pentacles. But this was timed. Again, okay, so maybe it was timed. I've screwed up and said it a couple times, so maybe that means something to some of you. But what I've meant to say the entire time is divine timing, meaning it was out of your control. It was out of the other person's control. It had to fall this way. It had to shake out this way. And again, I think it's coming off the back of this tower moment. It had to go that route in order for you and them and whoever else to wise up, to realize something, to have personal epiphanies, and to make certain transitions. Now, Leo, your transition is to just get the hell out of Dodge. To just move on past the situation and go further towards your glory and triumph. I feel many of you, your glory and your triumph is personal. Like I said, Leo is known to be giving and loyal and, trying to make amends with people. And maybe that has been something you've done the majority of your life. And now, possibly with someone you've had to mend fences with over and over and over and over again in your life. A very close friend, a relative, whoever that you've known the majority of your life. And now all of a sudden it's just different. I'm not trying to mend these fences with you anymore, Barbara. I'm not trying to mend these fences anymore with you, Stephen. It's over. Or I'm no longer investing in this. That's divine timing. To wake up to that. To wake up, Six of Pentacles, to wake up to the reciprocity or lack thereof in the situation. When we talk about the Six of Pentacles, we're talking about give and take in a situation. We're talking about what people commit to, what people give of themselves, what people are willing to receive. And let me tell you, the will to receive or openness to receiving is just as important as giving. And if someone isn't willing to receive what you have to offer, that's not reciprocity. That leaves you in a position of overgiving, and that leaves them in a position of taking too much or not being receptive to take what you have. And it's not bad. Some people are just built that way. You're built the way you're built. They're built the way they are built. And that's the end of it. And sometimes that equals people not being in a copacetic, equal relationship. So 6 o'clock might be important to you as this grandfather clock. Thank you. It's on 6 o'clock, right? Well, I guess the arms are kind of equal, so it could be 12. Yeah, it's not really clear. So it could be 6 or 12 o'clock. That could be super important to some of you guys. 6 or 12 o'clock, just to point that out. But this happened. Again, I'm only linking it to the backside of the tower, meaning the tower was divine timing. Not the Six of Pentacles part, but the tower was divine timing. Maybe, since we're talking, just to go back to this person, Leo, maybe for some of you, you embodied a type of lesson, because the page, like I told you, is a student or somebody that studies, somebody that learns, someone that is immature and still growing, still understanding things, right? And so this person might be learning lessons through you, or through your dynamic, or through whatever situation is surrounding the pair of you. And not like that makes you like some, grand, some, super wise shaman or something like that. Now, I'm not trying to say Leo is walking on water over here, by no means. Because you can also be learning lessons here too. Okay, let's open it up to make it go both ways. And it is a general, so I'm saying Leo, Leo, Leo. This can apply in the opposite. This could be a total reverse situation and apply towards a cross watcher. And it can be Leo who has been an adult playing a child's game. Okay, so Six of Pentacles, what is given and received needs to be equal, or as equal as possible, but there has been a discrepancy there. There has been a disparity there. And this Tower happened at the right time to release it, to let it go, to allow a reset in the situation, right? Before, again, going back to the artwork of this Tower card, where if this was a situation in your life, Leo, where you're constantly running up and down these stairs, going through these corridors and these doorways and all this stuff, and you're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, in and out of a relationship, in and out of a situation with a person that never found a clear pathway forward, circling the drain. Leo's like, I don't want to do that. I'm leaving. And so Leo goes. And that's interesting. I feel, Leo, that it's like an alarm bell, even though that's not what the grandfather clock is. Well, it does chime, right? Grandfather clocks do chimes at high hours, right? At 12 o'clock, right? Don't they chime? Anyway, and that's not 12 o'clock. Jesus, I'm so dumb. Go back here. That's not 6 or 12. That's either 6 o'clock or 12:30, right? Yeah. Jeez. Oh, that's so bad. I'm old enough to remember how to tell time on an analog clock, and I totally screwed it up. Anyway. So above, or right below that Six of Pentacles, you've got this King of Wands energy, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be dealing with another fire sign, or it's just you, or it's somebody else. It's general, take your pick. But I feel like there's a wake-up call, like an alarm, a chime, a ding-dong kind of thing over this person's head. It could be you, Leo. It could be someone else. Whoever this is, there's just this wake-up call of self-worth. If anybody knows their worth, or maybe not worth, but if anybody knows who they are, who possesses the ability to define themselves, to say point blank, I am XYZ, I am ABC, I am blah, blah, blah. It is the King of Wands. King of Cups, he would know, but wouldn't express. King of Swords would know, but he might come off a little bit arrogant, and he might go on a tangent, and he might not necessarily always get the message out in a succinct way, okay? And then the King of Pentacles would more know his worth. He wouldn't necessarily... Anyway, my point is, this King of Wands person, male or female, doesn't have to be a male, even though I keep saying him, is super self-possessed. And super, as you can see with the pointing of the hand, interested in progression, interested in fulfilling their own destiny, okay? Standing at the helm of their destiny, plotting their own course, which has been thematic thus far with all the readings I've done. You're the fifth sign, so all the four before you have had a similar tone to them, that at some point in the storyline, there's somebody who says, hey, my path should be going that way. I'm going to plot a course for that. They take the machete out from their sheath, and they start chopping down the vines in the jungle, making their own path. It's just like this self-made energy, or this energy of, I'm going to go this way, consequences be damned, or risk be damned, And I sense that's going on here a little bit. Yours is more, Leo, of a reevaluation or a reminder. Thank you. Or a reminder of this personal power, right? I don't think this is the first time that Leo those who are resonating have been in this energy. I think you just had, for all intents and purposes, a sort of timeout from this energy. You may have been circling the drain or dealing with a repetitive situation with a person or a few people that took you away from this identification of self, this realization of self. And now that you're back to that status, it's like game on. It's like picking up almost exactly where you left off. Like this person or this energy was a distraction. This environment, this manipulation was trying to distract me, or I allowed it to distract me. Leo would own that. I think for the most part, Leo would understand. Oh yeah, I totally buffed that. I totally screwed myself in that situation because I overinvested or I gave too many chances. And now that I'm done doing that, let me get back on my square. And the King of Wands is definitely an energy that's like, where's my square? How do I get back to it? I'm back on it. Boom. Give me my parade. Interesting. Could also be for some of you that this pointing is giving me, follow that man, follow that person, follow that, like, you know, in like those old like detective movies or like action movies, somebody gets in like a taxi and they're like, follow that car. And the taxi driver's like, okay. You know, it's like someone could be giving chase with this pointing of the finger. Follow them, go that way. So either you're following your own path, your destiny, you know, your personal North Star, or in terms of astrological, like your astrological chart, you could be following your north node. If you don't know what that's about, look it up. But someone could also be following you. And because it's, you know, sort of catty corner to this Page of Swords, again, I told you the Page of Swords can be a spy card. You know, God forbid someone's telling like a private eye, follow that Leo over there. Like, I don't think it's that level, but someone basically could be keeping tabs on you or trying to keep up with you. Because I do remember the Four of Pentacles is an insular, tight energy. It's withholding, or it's about holding on and control. And someone, even though they're watching you go, they don't want you to go. So they're going to follow behind you. Your outcome, Leo, is the Ten of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse. I guess I could hold it this way. Yeah, that's a little better. So, Ten of Cups and the Seven of Wands in reverse. Happiness is afoot. Some type of contentment is knocking on your doorstep, sort of, or again, I feel like I told you earlier with the Six of Wands, turning a corner. I feel for many of you, there's some great peace or contentment or sense of relaxation, like a breath of fresh air, or like a relief, a reprieve is near you, around you. I feel many of you are like bringing this into you. Like a lot of you Leos that I've been connecting with are on a spiritual journey, or on a spiritual uptick or upgrade or up leveling, and you are creating this for yourself. And there's no barrier, is how the Seven of Wands is coming across. There's nothing to stop you from having this. Very interesting. Because the Seven of Wands, when we see it in the upright, would be defensiveness, would be some type of blockage, or some type of sort of like pit stop, or what do you call that? What do you call that when you're like traveling and roadblock? Thank you. There would be like a roadblock, but I don't think there is. And the Ten of Cups in tarot, I think it can be a little romanticized. Sometimes I think people think, oh, it means, and it can mean, you know, happily ever after, happy family, happy life, you know, that is there, and that could be coming for some of you. But if I'm honest, Leo, the majority of you, this is personal. Your own happiness, whether another person or other people are involved in that or not. Your own contentment, whether other people factor into that or not. It's about you, your filling your own cup or filling your life with joy and happiness. That is the goal. And there is no roadblock. I feel you're creating this moment for yourself, or like I said, the route that you're taking on your little Six of Wands parade is going to eventually lead to this. It might be months or years down the line. So there's the caveat for those who are kind of excited about this message. There's the caveat. It might not be right around the corner tomorrow or the next day after that or the next day after that. This could be a while away, but it feels almost as if it's like, it's like, as you're walking this route, this parade route, right? It feels like this meadow, this house in the meadow, right? This house that's in this meadow of blue flowers, and it's very pastoral, and it's very, again, it looks kind of peaceful, and it looks it looks nice and inviting. It feels like this is being constructed for you. So as you walk this path, as you follow your parade route, the house is being constructed. The flowers have been planted and they're going to be watered. And by the time that you arrive, they will have grown and blossomed. Does that make sense? Like, it has to develop before you get there, or it is developing as you walk towards it. That's kind of what that feels like, okay? Your overall energy, Leo, for July. Wheel of Fortune. Secondary major for Sagittarius. So some of you could be dealing with a Sagittarius, but you don't have to be. Also associated with the fixed signs. So Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius as well. Like I said before, divine timing. Is that where this was coming from as well? Like, why? Okay, so in some of your cases, everything that's happening, Leo, is sort of falling into place at the exact time it needs to fall into place. And I think I said this before, I feel like some of you are protected. So I feel like either some of you have suffered great losses and tragedies, and you're due for an upswing. You're due for, some good fortune in your lives. Others of you, you're just staying on a pretty good path. Maybe it's been moderate. Maybe it's been a little dull at times or a little challenging at times. But really, some of you haven't actually, suffered too greatly. But you're still going to see yourself go up. So if this was like a chart, some of you have been like in a deep valley, right? In the negative space on the y-axis, right? X and y-axis for graphing purposes, right? So some of you have been below the baseline, the 0 point, and you're coming up out of the 0 point, going way, way up into the positive space, right? Some of you have dipped very low in the positive space, but never dipped below the x-axis line, right? You never dipped below into like a super negative, super, super dark place. Some of you have, some of you haven't. Regardless, what I feel, most of you Leos are going up the trajectory, going up the scale, rising up. And that's like what you're meant to do. Like, that's the best way I can say it. That's what you're meant to do, or that's like what the timing of this is exactly what you need, or exactly what is fitting for the situation, okay? Could also see some good luck for some of you. Some of you in the short term, you might come into lucky circumstances or mini lucks or pockets of fortune, where other people you see are not doing so well. You're kind of like, but I'm doing okay. I guess I'm lucky. Take it, Leo. Take it. All right, guys, that is your reading for July. If you liked it, the like button is down below. Go ahead and hit that for me. If you want to leave a comment, let me know how this resonated in your life. Please let me know that down below with a comment. Feel free to share the video if you want other people to see the message, or you think they might appreciate the message themselves. And also feel free to subscribe to the channel, my friends, if you want to join the crew and become a part of the community that continues to grow. That'd be super cool as well. Leo, if you want a personal reading, that information is down in the description box below. Like I said, I will be live next week for Cancer season. So if you want to, just sit by and spy on a Cancer, feel free to do so, but you don't have to if you don't want to. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All right, Leo, I'll be back soon to do the mid-July readings, and then at the end of July, or towards the end of July, I think on the 21st or the 22nd, you'll have your birthday season message coming up as well, and all that good stuff, okay? All right, Leo, I really do appreciate you guys taking your time to watch this video. Thanks so much. Take care.